There we go. Apparently, I forgot that the headset turned off. It- don't use it for a certain amount of time, it auto shuts down. Apparently, I should have noticed when my stream this wasn't lit up. So, Eric, what I said was Gas Monkey. I wouldn't necessarily say they're restoring a C10. They're more like customizing one. Ooh, wait a minute, feedback. So I found out a really cool feature there, Eric. So the truck's actually going to be about 1/8 scale, the Tahoe body. So yeah, I got to play with the chassis and stuff like that a little bit, just lengthen out the wheelbase. Really easy stuff for me to do, because that's what I do. Um, but yeah, it's going to be closer to about 1/8 scale. Right under, like, 8.7 scale. But everything else will fit right. Like all the wheel sizes we got's perfect for it. It's gonna look good. But I found a new trick. So Eric, are you gonna want to put LEDs in this thing, in this body? You want to light this truck up? I kind of figured you'd say something like that, Eric. I was gonna email you today when I figured that out. When I did the math on it and figured out, like, oh crap, this is gonna be like 1/8 scale. But you gonna do LEDs, like 5 millimeter, 3 millimeter LEDs in this thing? Oh, and Phil, that thing I was printing about the other day. I gotta enlarge the holes for the arms though, because well, I have them. They just don't pocket in. Because I found a really cool trick. Or the slicer that I have has a really cool feature. Let's switch over to this real quick and I can show you. So Tinkercad, or the Persa slicer that I'm using, has a nice little feature to where I can actually cut holes in the body. Yeah, so I can literally put 3 millimeter holes. So let's go here. Add negative volume. We're gonna put a cylinder in. We're gonna make this an M3. Oh, I forgot to lock that. Hey, M3 it. Here, I'll do it this way. Whee, oops. And then we are going to... Uh-oh. I screwed up. Eh, eh. And then I can take this and go... Boop. Let's try to get that a little bit more centered. But there's M5. Yep. That's why I said M3s would go down in the bottom, because you're looking at it upside down. Because the grill is this way. So you can actually do that. So I can put the holes in it for the LEDs right off the hit. And I'll just have to do some math when I go to do these um, by going out to my truck, which happens to be the same, GMT 400, so has the exact same taillights because they used them across all of their trucks, their full-size trucks from 88 to 99. So I'll be able to, put your reverse light in, probably an M3 on a reverse light, and then two M5s for the brake lights, or two M3s, whatever color, whatever size you tell me to do. So I'll be able to put those in. I was like, when I discovered that messing with this tool the other day, I'm like, oh, that is awesome. So another reason why I really do love Pursa Slicer over the other ones in a sense. Because I don't think you can do this with Bamboo Labs. With the Bamboo Slicer, I don't know, there's not many slicers at all that can do this. But I thought that was cool. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And let me make sure. Yep, that's sitting on the bottom. Cool. So yeah, that means I can put the lights in there, and then when I hit, say, if I do this, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to use this tool, so bear in mind. I wish I could still. I haven't figured that part out yet. Might be able to, but like I said, I haven't exactly figured it out. But see, there's the holes in the sliced. Now that is cool. Granted, it didn't go all the way through the filament, which is the weird part, but the support material, but it's there. So I'm like, that's some cool features. Let's see if this can be. Oh, okay, I gotta double check this here. So that would be the x-axis. So let's see if I click mirror to the x-axis. If it, nope. Okay, so it will only mirror the actual cylinder. Yes, you can do that. I don't necessarily have to install the lights. It's totally up to you. You did tell me that you were looking at lights. You were thinking about doing lights, so you told me not to put the grill on. That you would do the painting and all that stuff. So I don't have to. You know what I mean, Eric? It's really your call. Because then I have to order more. Then I have to go order a couple more, different LEDs and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't have any more M3 amber LEDs. I've used them all. But I don't necessarily have. If I install lights, I can put them on two separate circuits too. So I can have the headlights be one plug, and then the taillights be another plug, and then you just connect the two together when you put them in your when you finish the body. When you paint the body the way you want it. I'll do the windows, but I won't install the windows, but I will give you the windows. That way you can paint the truck right. So if that works for you, keep watching my viewer count go up and then go right back down. I'm like, it's all good though. Oh. And the delay is hilarious today. YouTube has a really long delay, stream delay. Yep. Like I said, I can make it so you just plug it. There'll be a little receiver Y harness that comes off, and you can just, you got two. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to get you a part list and give you a price on parts again for that, because, well, but yeah, I can do that. Put 5-volt LEDs in it, and I won't I won't be able to. I won't reprogram the ESC to add more voltage to it. That way, it won't overvolt the LEDs. But another project that I've got in the works there, Eric, because we know my taco, essentially this truck without the body on it, debating on switching it over to a hard body. So I've been playing with this. Changing the truck up from a 2020 taco to a 2024 taco. No worries, Eric. I've got projects that I got to get dialed in and finished. I have an event on not this Saturday, but the next coming Saturday. Essentially a comp event. And then I also have, I'd like to try to get most of your printing done at least, and a lot of the, smoothing done with the project and get the wheelbase dialed in with the body by the beginning of May, because I have Beat the Creek on the first weekend of May that I go to every year. So I want to try to get as much done as I can before then, but at the same time, I have workload that I need to finish. I have trucks that I have to finish before Beat the Creek. So that's just a lot of printing time that I have to do for the next month. But I did do some other stuff here. So just give you an idea of the print time. I know you're working on your full-size truck too, so, whatever project you want, dial in. Like I said, I got most stuff. I'm still waiting on the wheels and tires to come in anyways, even though I have an identical, not the rims, but I have the tires and the exact same rim width as well. I do know that we will have to put 3mm offset hex adapters on the wheels, but they sell them anyways. So you can have, essentially your wheels will be just like this. With the little brake rotor in the background. These hex adapters. So from the front, you'll see a little disc brake in the back behind the wheel. But I have one set of M3, the 3mm space versions, but not a second set. So I have to order another one of those. That they're like $15 for me. So they're not that expensive for a pair of them. Just waiting for it to finish slicing up all the things. I'll show you the print. You'll be able to see the print time of how long this body's going to take me to print. I know it's kind of small and I can't enlarge the statistics here. But 5 days, 7 hours, essentially 5 days and 8 hours print time. Just to print the body shell itself. And then I still have to do the templates for the windows and give you those. I can 3D print the windows, or I can leave them Just so you can do like a, template for them, and I'll cut them out of polycarbonate. So, but I print at a slow speed. So that's the other thing, Eric. I don't print at a very fast speed. Like, not bamboo speeds. I'm like a quarter the speed of a bamboo printer. And what else do we got? Crap, I'm supposed to get something else over here and I can't remember what it was now. Oh well. Oh, that's what it was. These, Eric, are what I've got to order. Another set of them. Or a couple, 2 sets for you. Because these are the other pieces that go to those scale drive axles that I have. They go with... Oh, there it is. The SSD locking and unlocking front hubs. For that actually make a front axle essentially open, an unlocked front axle. But an undriven front axle. Just like the lockers on a straight axle on a full size. So getting to actually what we're doing today. Get the camera readjusted here. So I did a little bit of work on the ISF2 setup. Got the servo mount cut out so it will go around my motor setup. And I also installed my brass knuckles. But I did lose a little bit of steering angle. So I got to do some clearancing on the back of these knuckles here to clear the A-arm a little bit more to give me back my steering. But we're going to install this on this tonight. And I need to grab this because I'm pulling the shocks off this thing because I'm not running these plastic housing shocks, and I got aluminum shocks that have all had their custom suspension dialed in. And they use a grub screw in here for the shock. But other than that, how's your week been going? Jeez, how long is this freaking grub screw? Holy crap. There we go. Wow. Maybe I should have used my power tool. Put those in the parts bin because they're not needed anymore. The funny thing is, I was gonna have this prepped before the stream tonight and have it like pretty much ready to go to drop into the truck. Just about. And then didn't realize it was so late already. And B, I didn't feel too hot. No, wait, no, that's not the one I need. That's what I need. Give me that screw. Okay, now where's the other one? Oh, still in it. Cool. All right, that's out of the way. Pop this open. Pull this bumper mount out, because these bumper mounts are actually pretty good. Ooh. Oh, Phil, I talked Mick into, getting the Element Azul, and then the $89 taco body to go with it. Because I have all the, extra parts to, essentially the bumpers for the truck and that he can put on the Azul chassis. So, here's essentially the ISF2. And it's got a little bit of weight with this brass. Now the real fun begins. Oh, I actually left those plugged in. Oops. Yep, so he's gonna get the Zool, because the Zool essentially comes with the whole rear suspension setup that I already have. So it comes with this whole trailing arm setup, and it comes with the ISF2 front end, and it's already the taco wheelbase. So all I have to do is print him these, give him the files so he can print these, and then he'll be good to go right off the hit. And he's just doing like a normal like trail truck type thing with it. Of course, I'll print him the rock sliders, or I'll give him the files for the rock sliders, because those are awesome. Sorry, my dogs decided to pull stuff off my bed and like kind of mess up that area today playing, and completely forgot to clean it up. Ugh. And my beat up front bumper. I really wanted to get Badinky, or the Artful Dodger has a tube front bumper for the taco, and I really wanted to get it, but no brano. Because they're out of stock. They're like 89 bucks. They're really cool bumper because you can slide them forward, backwards, up, and down. Hmm? Hmm? So what's funny is tonight's music, while I'm wrenching, because yes, I do listen to music while I do this, hence why there's no PC audio. Is the Stat Instance. It's German, essentially German metal that I'm streaming directly into my hearing aids. Got more grub screws I gotta remove. And then I'm gonna break a 3D printed part as soon as I pull this thing apart. Oh, wait. Don't think I'm gonna need that anymore. Yeah, you're welcome. It's, add negative value, by the way, Phil, is that option in Pursa Slicer. Oh, I didn't get that other grub screw all the way out. Thought I did. Mainly because I had that other grub screw over here. There we go. There's that. I'm disconnected there. I do have to take... Oh. Yeah, this truck actually took a tumble. A while back. My stepdad was behind me on the trail. And, he forgot trigger discipline. So he, drove his Jeep right into the back of me, pushing this truck off a, about a 4.5-foot ledge. And all it did to the truck was break this piece of my inner fender. That's it. And knock the body off, but that's what happens with magnet mounts. Didn't break anything else. No damage to the truck except for that 3D printed part right there. Because when it landed right on that side. And I do have to take these mounts off. These shock mounts off and flip them. I did just realize that. Uh-oh. I just dropped something. Another screw. Boop. There we go. Oh, shit. I gotta remember that's not attached anymore. Hey, DIY, what's up, bud? Actually, let's see. Huh. So they actually use a longer shock on the ISF2 versus the ISF1. But it looks like it's actually just in the rod end. They use a longer rod end to get the extra length. Hold on, let's see. Compare shock bodies. Yep. It's essentially just in the rod end. It's good, man. It's good, Dave. Just finally putting the ISF2 front suspension on my Taco. Oh wait, why am I pulling that off? I don't need to pull that off anymore. I just need to pop the frame rails. And I forgot to pop the steering rack. Screw it, do it this way. Don't care. There. One ISF 2. Or one ISF 1. And then I need to pull that. Okay, then go over there. Oops. And then we get the fun part of putting this in. Oh. It would help if I actually put the drive shaft back on. Because once it's in the truck, it's a little hard to get in underneath that SSD or that GCM Racing scale drivetrain. But the really fun thing is, so my 4 incisions are actually doing fairly well. And I can pull all this crap off. Oh, wrong way. Man, that LED on this front of this gun is bright. Holy crap, didn't know it was washing out the camera like that. Try to keep it down from now on. I'm surprised Jeff hasn't shown up yet, and Fred, but then again, it is kind of early for them to join. Geez, I forgot how long of a screw I put in there. Holy crap. So, the whole reason why I'm putting the 2 in here instead of the 1, or keeping the 1 when I had all that nice scale detail done to it, is I got tired of my front steering binding up. I would get it fully. I'd be having my truck all flexed out. Oh, shit. Hit the wrong button, guys. I'm sorry. There. Uh, that is true, Dave. That is true. Let's see. Do they want this thing to keep? Oh, nope. Okay. I don't know if I want to use this stock steering horn or I want to put the other one on it. Then they actually use a freaking plastic standoff again. I hate those. The funny thing is, I have no idea, Dave, if this is actually going to work. No clue if this will actually work. But I totally need to install a servo before I go in, because once this is in there, I don't have access to anything anymore over here. Screw it. Let's try it and see if I can actually fish the motor or the servo between the front of this motor and the chassis. Because if I actually can't do that, what's the freaking point in finishing this job? If I can't fit the steering servo where it's supposed to go, what's the point? All the math says it should fit. When did I... Oh, my freaking steering servo keeps popping me. Okay, I do need to swap these out. Swap sides on them. Cool, that fits. Okay. I do believe that is in the right spot. Nope. Okay. Am I too far back or too far forward? Oh, trying to line this up. Oh, too far back. There we go. I found the hood. That's what she said. Oh, man. Remember I said I to put the drive shaft in? I forgot to connect it. Oh. So you've been working on Dave? Okay, let's see. Will the servo fit in its new home? Oh, it's a tight squeeze. Oh, have fun, Dave. Guess what? It fits. Just. Oof. So the steering servo does fit. I figured you were talking about the 70 mil. The free flights? I think it's yes. I think it's called the free flight one or the free wing or whatever. Wait, what am I playing now? Ah, Satchel Morris, Weatherman, Sea Shanty. I cannot wait till I get the homes 2-in-1 in this thing. The 3000 kV homes to come in. I'll be so happy then. Because that will actually allow me to put this here and not be pinching this sensor wire into the motor. Because literally the sensor wire is pushing the servo forward. But I am happy. But I will lose ground clearance. And I will say I may have to change out that rod end on the shock. Because it puts the spring cup right up on the drive shaft, on the axle. It's like right, I don't know. Can't tell if it is actually rubbing or not. But I know under compression it looks like it's right on that shock shaft. Or that spring retainer. So yeah, I'll have to pull the shocks back off. Or the shocks out. And change out that rod end. And then delete the extenders that I have on the front shocks. But I'm kind of happy with that right now, actually. But I will have to put the servo horn on the servo first. But if you actually look, if I can get it, you can see the servo is not exactly sitting straight. It's kind of canted forward. That's because of the sensor wire. Oh man, I forgot how stiff I got this back end. Back end is really stiff. Front end, super soft. But let me just go ahead and put that on there. I'll take this all back apart and see what motor options I have if I got something a little bit smaller. I can get it for to sit right, but oh, it's close. Very close. But instead of screwing that on, I'll go ahead and change out the shock shaft end on that one. Man, that is a stiff spring. No wonder people complain about these things not having any freaking flex on the ISF front ends. It's essentially why I have this nice little dual stage setup on this shock. Allows for a really nice progressive, because it's 2 springs, it allows for a nice progressive flex of the truck. So it allows it to ride how I want it to ride under normal conditions. And then when I get into that extreme articulation, it allows me to get that flex, Eric, that I'm after. But yeah, it's a nice little... Oh yeah, that's like as stiff as I have on the rear shocks, the rear of this truck. That's one thing I'll have to remember to do on your truck is I have to remember to swap the springs from the front and rear. Because they put really stiff springs in the front and really soft springs in the rear. And it should be the opposite. Especially if you're going to be towing a trailer, like towing your airplanes, you're going to want that rear end a little stiffer. And the really funny part is I realized, looking through my files, I have all the files. Eric, if you really wanted to get that scale recreation of your Tahoe, I have leaf springs set for the back end of it to convert the back end of that truck to leaf springs. If you wanted that pure scale aesthetic. But I'll be right back. My glass is empty. And I can't have that. No, don't do that. Headset. Being weird again. Hey, Bill. Dave just left, Bill. Oh, I might have to put more shock oil in these. There's no shock oil right there. Well, me, because I do the super scale stuff, I'm gonna lean to putting leaves on the back, but that's me. But no, I can do it. I'll deal with the links. I'll just see what's gonna make it easier for me to build. Because to get the good mounts like these, they're they're $25 a pop, a pair. To get the good ones. Yes, Bill. Yes, you can. Oh, that. Okay. What do I need over here? I need something else. I need a tool. Oh, I need my shock oil. That's what I need. Now, I can't remember if I put 100 weight shock oil in those or 35 weight shock oil in those originally. Or did I put 80? Damn it, Bill. You're not allowed to do that. So, hmm. Do I want to go and slow the shocks down and put 100 back in them? Because this truck is heavy. So I might. Nah, I think I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna put 80 in the front, and I'll go ahead and dump, and I'll go ahead and I'll top off the tank at 80, and then I'll throw the 100 weight in the back. That sounds like a good idea. Nope. Ow. Reminder. Make sure your driver set to the right direction when you go to freaking hit this trigger. That hurt. See, what's weird is a lot of people use like 35 to 40 weight. Some people run like up to 55 weight in their crawlers. But here I run like an 80 weight, an 80 and 100 weight in my shocks to to really get them to slow down because I like a nice slow shock. I know it's weird, but okay, that's weird. When I was laying like this, it didn't want to do anything here. Put it back vertical, and it's buttery smooth again. Whatever. I wonder, will these shock caps work on these? They got the bleeder screw in them. Nice, Bill. I know. What shock cap would you use? Non-vertical or non-bleeder version or bleeder version? I think I'm gonna go just swap out to this cap. Might as well. And I'm dropping crap out of the original cap. Ah! Mm. Nice, Bill. Nice. So, Bill, we found out that the sensor wire pushes my steering servo forward on the ISF2 setup. But I'll only be able to put I'll still only be able to put 2 screws in to hold the servo in place. I will not be able to use all 4 screws. Just because of where the alignment puts 2 of the screws in a really bad spot. Where there's already existing screws. God, I gotta buy a new chair. Apparently, a chair from a 2002 Subaru just doesn't hold up very long. Nope. Forgot a little waste can to dump this shit into. Oh, the hell am I doing? I got it right here. Wait, where's the rubber diaphragm? There's no rubber diaphragm in these. Okay. Interesting. I really do hate plastic shock bodies. Uh, so, about that, Bill. I feel fine. Yep, you need to be a little topped off. I should have 3D printed my damn shock holder. Yeah, I got 4 little incisions. Pain is tolerable, even though they gave me like some oxycontins to take for the pain. But I haven't touched them yet. And I have no intention of touching them. Totally forgot the paper towel for this shit. But, looks good. I just gotta bleed it off now. A little bit of air trapped in it. I didn't expect to be doing shocks today. And then we just crack the bleeder screw here. Oh, totally forgot that I always pull this part off my keyboard when I do this. I'm sorry it's off camera. Jeez, that bleeder screw is freaking long. Holy crap. Oh, yeah. Whew, that feels good. Yeah, Bill, like I said, pain. My neck and my hands give me more pain than the freaking surgery crap did, so. Mother, you. Ooh, scratch that shock body up a little bit. Oh, much better. Changing out that cap is nice. That's what I need to look up. I'll have to look up how much those caps cost. See if I can just order 2 caps. So I can put the bleeder screw set up on the rear shock. The oil literally still looks like the day I put it in here. It is clear inside these shocks. Like, not even worth changing out. I have a habit of knocking stuff over on my workbench, so I always put the spill cap back in them. All right, let's bleed this one. Sounds like I have ooh. That one had a lot of air bubbles still. Little man wants to bark. Oh man. So shock stop still nice and dry. I'm gonna have to adjust the reset the preload. Ooh, a little gritty on the preload screw. Oh, that's right. I did take the yeah, they're just dirty. I took the O-ring out of the preload adjuster. So it makes them really easy to turn and to get the preload just right. Oh, I gotta go get another. No, I can do it with that one. Screw it, why not? And then, where is that driver? There it is. mm. So, Bill, have you decided on a crawler yet that you want to buy? Because you know you want one. Oh, crap. Yep, okay, that's still working. Didn't know if I lost audio again. Oh, it did it again. Very odd. Huh. If I thread the shock cap off too fast, it decides it wants to shoot out the O-ring out the side. Okay, now I need to sit there and pull up the shock caps, the rod ends. Even though the funny thing is, I literally have a whole packet of these different length rod ends from Associated. I'm just gonna swap them out on the shocks themselves. Oh. Neodymium magnets. Screw it, I'll just put it on that. And then I do not have a pair of shock shafts pliers. So the old wrap it in paper towel, wrap pliers in paper towels and squeeze like hell. And hope the shock shaft doesn't spin. There's another way I do this, but I do not actually have my dike sitting over here. Because I use a pair of dikes to grab right at the base of the end. And the shaft spinning. There we go. Now I've locked it down. Oh, I should move this over a little bit more. Oh, come on. No, I want you... There you go. Ha! Now I'm not looking so far over for chat. Ah. There. So, what's, That's an interesting question. So, what are people's favorite crawler? Mmm. And the bad thing is, with the delay bill, I can't remember what the hell it was. Uh, but I asked, what are people's favorite crawlers? But then again, I lost a bunch of viewers at the same time I asked that question, right before I asked it. So, delay, yay! So what is it? What would be someone's favorite crawler? Let it be the Axial, Element, Vanquish, TRX4s. I should say TRX4 actually driven when it's supposed to be like a crawler instead of just, you know, bashing it around like how I see 90% of all the guys around my local guys driving their TRX4s. I had the lid to this container. Oh, what else have you gotten done besides the lights in your shop? Got the bed put back on the frame yet? Oh, no, that's the question I was asking you, Bill. Have you picked what crawler you're going to buy yet? That's what it was. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. You know, squirrel brain. I'm sitting there trying to change these, getting rid of these bleh, plastic shocks. Ugh. See, the other thing Element does with the ISFs is they actually put this little plastic spacer in there to limit the travel of the front end. And when you actually add that up, you're losing like 8 millimeters of suspension travel, even with this 5 millimeter spacer they put in the bottom of their shocks to limit them. It translates to 8 millimeters of travel of the shock at the arm because of where they put the shock. So it's like always the first thing I do with the Element ISF is I remove this spacer. And the nice thing is, Eric, if you're still around, your Trail Runner kit already comes with the aluminum shock bodies. So essentially, you will have the upgraded shock bodies. You just won't have the leader caps, but then I'll set the shocks up so you won't have to worry about that anyways. Yeah, did you see they, man, Axial needs to, like, decide what they're going to do with their trucks, to be honest. They keep discontinuing trucks all the time. Oh, here, we're going to discontinue these trucks, but we're going to add, this truck instead. Like, yeah, if I like Portal Axles, Bill, I totally would probably buy, a Capra. The four-wheel steer Capra. I think it's a cool rig. I might just buy a Capra cage, believe it or not, and do like get like some Vanquish axles and put some like F10s axles under it, or maybe some rock jocks. Actually, rock jocks would actually be pretty good axle to put underneath it. Definitely rock crawler esque. In fact, if I can't squeeze for too long, my hands start getting really bad, hurting really bad. That's okay. My left hand's stronger than my right. So, pro tip: if you got to sit there and put ISF2 on an ISF1, you got to change out the rod ends for the shocks. As I totally just launched something off and smacked my foot with it. Eh. Oh, there it is. Alright. Done with those. Put these shocks back together. Alright, there we go. Oh, so much better. Not really, we'll find out it's better when we put this, finish putting them on here. And then of course I launched the steering servo out of it. Oh man, I am just being a klutz today, I swear. Need a grub screw. I need to put it in the right way. Oh, nice, Bill. Didn't realize you actually had one. So, at full droop, I actually lose looks like about a millimeter of travel. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. Oh, there we go. I do like the arm design. Like these control arms are I definitely like the way these control arms are done up better than the ISF1. Ah. But let's see. Cool. So without that bumper in it, I got that's actually quite a bit of up travel. That's gonna bottom that skid out, which is gonna be perfect for how I have my truck set up. And the bad thing is I ended up double stacking that magnet. I can't pull, I can barely pull the magnet off that. There. But yeah, so the other thing I discovered there, Eric, when I was looking at the oh, I didn't show Bill this. I'm gonna have to show Bill this real quick. Even though you can always rewind the stream back and see where I was showing off the next the replacement body for my Night Runner. But I'll pop it back up real quick. 2024 Tacoma, Bill, is what I'm going to update my taco to. Huh. So they also changed their things too. I'll pull that up later. I kind of want to see get this suspension set up. I worry about the steering later. So where do you run that at there, Bill? Hmm. Whatever. Oh, it actually does want the longer screw. Okay. It's only temporary right now. I don't care. Oh shit. Okay, I did remember. Sweet. You're looking at you talking the new Forerunner? Okay. All right. I vaguely know that area. Yeah, I used to live in Vegas, so. Well, I knew you were talking about the buggy. I said I vaguely knew where you were at. Oh, let me swap this back over now. Sorry about that. I got turtle brain again, or squirrel brain, and sat there and went right back to Wrenchin and totally forgot about changing the camera back so you can see what the hell I was doing. I got both the shocks on the front now. Now I gotta put the front bumper back on and remember what fucking hole it's supposed to be sitting in. And also gotta put the new center section in. I think it's supposed to be that hole. Ow. Whatever, these will work. There it goes. Oh, I need this driver to make sure I'm in a hole. And I got the wrong. Okay, Bill. I'll still be streaming. Hey, what the hell is going on here? That did twist it up. Yes, it did. Yeah, I gotta remember to print 2 more sets of these night custom skids. Or not skids, these inner fenders. One to replace this broken one, and 1 set for the other truck. Ugh. Now I need to pull the hubs off. And I totally should have done that when it was on the truck. The bad thing is I still gotta sit there and I can put the wheels and tires back on the Taco to give you guys a new look on how the front end's gonna look with the two on it versus the one, because I have to bolt the wheels back up to these, but I have to clearance the I gotta shave 2 millimeters off the corners of the brass knuckles. But I gotta throw this back over here real quick. That way I don't break it. And then uh-oh. So it's a pinball machine. See? That's what this box turns into, Bill. Or I'm not Bill, Eric. Turns into a pinball machine. Yeah, I forgot that I couldn't run the, I had to run the stock, hubs. Do, or not necessarily the stock hubs, but the, stock. Oh, yeah, hold on a second. Get where the hell I put it. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh. Ah, found it. Now, if I remember right, this was G scale, if I remember correct, Eric. So essentially 1/25th. I gotta use. This is an HO scale file, but if I remember correctly, it said it needs to be how long did it need to be? 12 inches? You said? Oh, let me do that. So you need it 14 by 3.5 inches. 14 1/4 inches by 3.5 inches. Oh, you want me to print 12. See, my dyslexia is fucking with me. I apologize. So, 14 inches, so I was right. Oh, too much. So that's the other thing I really like about the, the slicer that I use. Okay, so 14, so I need 14.25. Okay, so let's try that. Almost there. Almost there. Hey! Pretty damn close. So it's going to probably be 28 or 100, 228.75% bigger. Hey, look at that. That's pretty freaking close. Got it at 14.262 inches long. And then we'll do Oh, I'm not wide enough. I gotta go wider. Nope, nope. I don't need that one. I need, nope, that one. So then, if I'm too narrow, let's try 6'5", because you said 3.5 inches wide. Let's see. Hey, there. Oh, nope, 3.5. So not quite. So let's try 7'5". Nope. Okay, we'll do it this way. 300%. Let's see. Okay, so 99.5. Oh, shit. Wrong. Almost, almost. Oh. Ah, here I am still like measuring it, Eric, and I forgot that I literally can look right at the side and get the measurement exactly where oh, oh man, Eric, I'm doing this the hard way. Watch this. Now if I measure this, 3.5 inches, and turn that one off, and take that one off, and then go here, to here, 14.2, 14.25 inches. And I was doing the hard way. I completely forgot that I had I literally can put the dimensions in that I want. And then I'm going to have to do this, though, to the file. No, I don't. Nah, 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 nah. And then I'll be really cool about this. Now I just hope this actually repair works properly. Sometimes with a lot of high polys, it gets really weird. But we'll go back to this cam while we're waiting for that to do its thing here. Since I got one hub on while I was waiting for that. And I gotta put the other hub on. And then I gotta go over to Workbench still and find the chassis connector that's supposed to go here. Because it wasn't still in the box. And my steering servo keeps smacking me in the chest. But there we go. One ISF2 converted truck. Yay, Vicky! ISF2 on my taco. No worries, Eric. Aw, sad panda. Guess what, Eric? I just did. I can't believe I did it. So, see, there's a screw right there. I just broke the rock slider mount. So, I'm going to have to pull that off and glue that back together. Or just print a new one. They don't take me very long at all to print. I think it takes me like 3 hours to print it. Hey, Yonka. So, the steering servo is going to have to live like that, but it's pushing in my sensor wire. I have no idea how long the sensor wire is going to live then. Until I can get the Holmes Hobby 2-in-1 in here. Because if I did the Fusion, Eric, so if I actually put the Fusion Pro in this thing, it would be all the way, that motor would sit all the way out to here, like halfway where the servo needs to live. Or I can always just order a 3000 kV Puller Pro stubby that put the motor right about here, where my fingernail is. So right behind where the wires are coming out. But not bad. God, that's so stiff. But yeah, so we got the ISF2 on it, got the brass on there. You know, I actually should throw a wheel on this thing and see if it's actually hitting that or not. Because it does look like it's sticking out a little bit wider than it did on the hub looks like it's sticking out a little bit wider than it did on the ISF1. So I'm totally going to cheat here to pull all these screws out. By the way, I'm going to be honest with you, Vicky. If I'm spending that kind of money on a 2-in-1, I'm literally just going to go ahead and buy the, and it's the 1800 kV. I'm literally going to buy the Holmes Hobby one instead of the Hobby Wing one. And the reason why is I'm spending $5 more for a product that's made in North America. Well, for me, it's made in America. You know, it's made in Missouri. That uses AM32. So, really nice. And it's a guy that does nothing but crawler stuff. Like, that's pretty much, you know, crawler stuff and speed stuff. But his primary focus is crawler stuff. So, to me, I'm gonna go with that. Just because I'd rather spend $5 and support something from North America. Like, I support a bunch of Canadian companies when it comes to my RC stuff. Because without them, we wouldn't have the hobby that we have. Give me a second. I'll link it in chat for you, okay? He just released them, and he just got done with the first batch pre-order. So I'm just gonna let you know right now, they're sold out right now. But I will link you directly to it. Oh. Yeah, it's literally he took his Puller Pro. That's the shorter, it's a shorter motor. It's a little stubby. It's a stubby motor, and it has the ESC. He has a Crawlmaster V3 on the end of it, and it'll have an 1800 kV, a 2300 kV, and a 3000 kV. I'm waiting for his 3000 kV because that's what I'm gonna put in all of my GCM scale transmission trucks, which is Canadian company. And as much as I love my Castle setups, I'm sorry, Castle hasn't stepped up to the plate yet. They make really good, the slate motors are really good, but after playing with revolvers and everything else, I'm sorry, Home just beats them out of the park. But I took a lug nuts off a wheel, so let's see if a wheel fits on here. God, these wheels look so good though. Oh man, even with these things being dirty, they still look good. Oh. Ah. Ugh. Fiddly little freaking screws. I hate these. And I really, really should not be using this to put these wheels on. Oh, almost torqued that one down. That would have been bad. Oh no. Just why not? Oh yeah. Yeah, Vicky, I run the Suburban that I've been building. That's a C-Max. That's a Lee Sprung C-Max chassis. And then with the full scale stuff. But no, I can't. I can't turn it at all. It's locked up. So yep, I have to. If you look at the inside here, I gotta quit dropping my steering servo. I should just unplug it out of the radio receiver real quick. Hold on. There we go. So another Vicky, another Canadian company I support, Hey OK Performance, his light controller. There's also One Too Many RC, who makes the LED light bars that I really love that are super bright. Another Canadian guy. But yeah, that's locked up. But let's see, will it bottom out and hit the? Ooh. So under full compression, it has like 2 millimeters of clearance on the fender. Oh, of course. But yeah, so